I'm Dave with Half Dozen Customs. Here working on the 81 Monte Carlo. This 81 Monte Carlo's in really rough shape. It was a Chicagoland car, Salt City. So it is rotted out. It is really bad. But it is my wife's very first car. She got her driver's license in this, got a permit, learned how to drive in it. So it's a family heirloom. It's been in storage for 20-something years. It's had a lot of previous work done to it before she got her hands on it. Some not so good work. We will be going through and correcting all of that. But this car is basically, the only thing that's really good on this car is the roof. It will be getting new quarter panels, new doors, new hood, new fenders, new trunk. Right now I'm fixing the floor on it. They do make new floors for this, but I think I can work with what's here and repair it and make it good to go. So we're just trying to bring this car back to life, maybe bring it to some local shows. Not looking for, a Riddler Award looking car here, but just bring it back to life and be able to enjoy it once again. Alright, so I made these little dies that go in my plenishing hammer, and I need to make grooves that go in this metal for the floor. I'm making a patch panel for the floor of a car, and it has these like little rain gullies in the metal that go down to a plug that you can pull and drain the water out should you get water in your car. This is my first attempt at doing it. I did a little test panel and it worked. This is my first attempt at doing a big piece. And if I can get them to somewhat line up with the car, then this will be the new patch panel for the car. So here we go. So we're starting to get the channel in how I want it. Seems to be working. I'll have to do a quick check with the car. I may need a little bit more. And then I can draw the next lines and come in and hopefully get those in the right spot. Okay, so I went and checked it with the car. And it looked good with the car. Only I did it upside down. My rain gully was facing up instead of facing down. So I hammered the metal back flat. I'm going to go right back in the same spot. Just instead of where I had my marks, I'm going to do it the opposite direction. We'll be going down the right way. And I'll try that this time, and hopefully second time's a charm. Okay, pretty good. Hopefully it's going in the right direction this time. We shall see. Okay, so I got it in here, and you know, it's looking pretty good. I mean, I got a lot of trimming up to get it to actually fit in the right spot, but you know, there's this channel here which I got lined up now. I'll mark this one, and I'll put that one in, and I'll come back and I'll check it. Then I'll mark this one, and I'll get that one in, and I'll come back and check it. There's one that comes down the dry shaft tunnel here that I'll just add a little one in there. You know, I'm not trying to get the exact factory look, but I at least want it, you know, if you look underneath the car or you got it up on a lift or something, it doesn't just look like a flat piece of sheet metal was cut out and placed in here. This car is pretty rough, but we're going to bring it back to life. So I'll make the next line and we'll go from there. Okay, so this was a piece that I cut out of the floor. As you can see, it was pretty bad. Here's that little plug that I was telling you that you could pop out and drain the water. Now I'm not going to put that back in, but like I said, just to get these channels in here so it looks somewhat stock. I am using, you know, a larger piece of metal to start with, because as you're putting these channels in, it shrinks and pulls your metal together. So if I was to just cut this out first and then go in and put my channels in, when I would go to put it in the car, it would be too small. So I left myself some extra room. I'm using this to make my marks where I want the channels. And then, you know, I'll do one channel at a time and keep checking on the car to make sure that the channel is pretty close to lining up. Like I said, it doesn't have to be 100% factory, but for my own peace of mind, I want it to look good when you see it. So inside the car, it'll get dyno mat and everything put over it. You'll never see these channels again. But when you're underneath the car, you'll see them. And that's what I'm trying to put these channels in for, is for when you look under the car. So I'll mark out the next channel here, and I'll go run it through the plenishing hammer again, and we'll check fitment. So okay, we got our next channel in. We'll check it with the car. I keep trying to bend the metal down because it keeps wanting to roll up on me. Worst case scenario, if we got a little tin can area like this, I'll run it through the shrinker stretcher after I'm done to kind of try and take some of that away. So, all right, here we go. Let's see if it fits in the car. Okay, it's fitting, it's lining up, it's looking pretty good. I'll go on with our third line here. I do see that this one that's on an angle, right at the very edge where I'm coming out of the metal here, needs to be tightened up a little bit. I can always do that with a hammer and dolly as I'm putting it in the car. So that'll just be some little finessing that I do. But I'll go on with the next line. We'll get that one put in. We'll test fit it again. Then I'll add the last one here. And then I'll slowly start trimming away at this piece of metal until I get it to fit tight. I want to butt weld everything. I don't want nothing overlapping. Like I said, I'd like to be able to look under the car and really not be able to tell that I put a patch panel in here. So, okay, on to the next one. Okay, here we go. Third line. We'll see how this one goes and lines up. getting there. I will check the car now. As you can see, we do have this bow going here, but I should be able to come through on the other side with the shrinker and stretcher and kind of clean that up a little bit. You know, I might do the old knee trick where, you know, I put it over my knee and kind of pop it into place. And, you know, as it gets welded in as well, you know, I can make adjustments as I'm welding here and there. So, all right, let's see how she fits. Okay, I'm a little off on that one. I think we're going to have to, maybe if I stretch that metal out a little. Nah, we're a little too far off. I might have to hammer this one back out and scoot it over a hair. So I hammered the tip of this one out a little bit because it seemed like that second time that I ran it through, I scooted it over a little bit. Me turning the pressure up on that machine seems to, it gets away from me now. Maybe try and see if I can slow it down a little bit and just ease into it like I did with the first ones. All right, let's try again. Alright, we'll do a check again, and hopefully me scooting it over got us in the right place this time. Much closer this time. I think I can work with that. So we'll add this one in next. And then I'll start trimming and cutting to make it fit. Sprung a leak. All right, we'll see how this looks now. I think we'll be okay as I start trimming this, and I can scoot the metal back to line up with where the cut is. I think we'll be okay. Worst case scenario, you know, I may go back and run these through again and clean them up and get them a little closer as I start to trim and fit. So, all right. So far, I'm happy with this piece. I'll keep working with it. You know, worst case scenario, throw it in the garbage and I grab a new piece, start over again. Sometimes that's just the way it works. But as of right now, I'll keep working with this one and keep fine-tuning it. So, okay, so after we turned the camera off last night, I kind of did a little bit more trimming on this and got it in here. Now it's time for me. I can go underneath and I can mark the hole that's cut out, and then slowly start trimming back to my line and getting it fit in here. I am going to do just a little bit more work on these lines real quick before I start doing the trim, but that's basically where we're at. I do have it sheet metal screwed down in here. It fits pretty good. You know, the lines aren't perfect, but like I said, you know, this car is in bad shape. It is what it is. I'm just trying to, get it back on the road and make it live again. So I'm just going to keep working on it until that's what we get done. So okay, so what I did here was I actually, I had this line coming in a little bit here last night, and as I was looking at the stock piece that I cut out, it actually channeled around and went along with this guy. So I ran him around like that, add a little bit more strength, make it look a little better, or worse. Now I'll go underneath the car and mark it from the bottom and see what we got to work with here. Whew, it's easy getting down, hard getting back up. Whew, I made it. All right. Actually, it looks really good under the car, which is what I was going for with this whole thing. It'll end up getting, the whole floor will get painted, and then we'll put dyno mat down. It'll get new carpet put down. You'll never see this patch once I'm done, except for underneath, which is the whole reason that I'm doing this work, is so that it looks good underneath the car. I know some people might think like it's under the car. Who's going to see it? I'm going to see it. I'm what matters. If I'm happy with it, then that's all that matters. Okay, so I marked it underneath. Now I can start trimming. I won't trim exactly on this line, but I'll trim close to it, and just slowly start test fitting. This is, a little bit of a process to get this to fit properly. It's not just one cut and done. It's kind of like that, measure twice, cut once type thing. Well, this is, cut several times, make it fit once. So, all right, time to start trimming and cutting. Okay, I got just a little closer on the shear. Rest I'll do with cutoff wheel, grinder. Just slowly get it fit in place. I also need to clean up the hole a little bit. Okay, so I grinded it down a lot, and I'm getting really close. kind of going to change up my plan of attack here. And instead of just continuing to grind and grind and grind until my piece is too small and don't fit the hole anymore, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it lined up where I'm happy with it, and I'm going to put a few tacks going around it to hold it in place. And then I'll use a cutoff wheel, and I'll cut along the edge of my patch in between the tacks through the floor. And then that way the floor will be cut out to the exact size as my patch. I think it'll be a little bit easier of a way to go about it and not go too far and then be like, well, crap, now we're starting over. So let me get a couple tacks in here and we'll start trimming the floor there. Uno. One. Okay, I got her tacked in place now. I'll use the whiz wheel and I'll go in between each weld and I'll cut that. Then I'll add a couple of tacks in between. Now, once I cut that, I'll be able to butt that up perfectly. Put a couple of tacks. I'll cut between this tack and this tack. We'll put a couple of tacks in between there, and then I can cut through my tacks that I just made, since I'll have some tacks in the new areas holding it in place, and I'll just keep moving around until she fits or she don't. It's only metal. If I screw it up, I just keep going. Okay, now I can push that down and weld that up. The gap that I made is only the size of the cutoff wheel blade, which isn't very much. I'll go underneath. I'll pull that piece of floor down with the screwdriver just so when I go to tack this in place, I'm not welding that piece I just cut. Okay, I was waiting for the compressor to shut off there. I went and changed up my cutoff tool. The other one I left on the toolbox over there. But because the floor is kind of bent up, I'm having a hard time cutting straight up and down. I was having to cut on an angle, so I changed up my cutoff wheel to this guy so that I can get more of a cleaner cut. So okay, now I can cut through my first tack that I put on there, and I can remove this piece of metal pretty much that I just cut through. Very nice. Very nice. I'll show you guys what it looks like, and then I'm going to call it a night here. It's 11 o'clock at night here for me. So I'll show you guys a quick shot of it, and see you tomorrow. Back at it. Okay, so new patch panel is in. Just gotta finish welding it. Body lines line up pretty good. I may hammer and dolly a couple of little spots, but for the most part, like I said, it'll have dyno mat and carpet over it. Underneath, I'll get that all grinded nice and clean too, and that'll get undercoated. You won't even be able to tell that I put a patch in there. Alright, everybody. Have a good night. Okay, time to start welding. Okay, I got it all welded up now. I'll run over it with some grinders, get it cleaned up, and I'm sure there'll be some more areas that I'll have to go in and buzz with the welder again. And we'll get it all cleaned up and show you guys the finished product. Okay, so that's it. Patch is done on this side. I'm going to move on to the other side next. I do have a small patch that I have to put right here, and I'm probably going to do a piece over where the seatbelt mounts. There's a couple of small rust holes where the seatbelt mounts, and I don't want to cut it out and have the where the seatbelt mounts, like come out with the piece that I'm cutting out. So I'm probably just going to put a piece over the top of it and weld it up. I don't want to lose any of the strength in where the seat belts are or anything like that. So when I move over to the other side, I may film it and then put it in one large video of the whole floor being done, minus this front, because I didn't video when I did the front. And then just do like a time lapse of the whole front, or the whole floor here. So, but done with this side, gonna move on to that side, and then the front. The front, that'll be a doozy of a repair there. So, all right. Well, that's it for me. Time for me to go in and eat some lunch. I'm out. So, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully my videos will get better as time goes on. This is my first attempt at making a YouTube video. I know I'm probably all over the place, not looking at the camera. I say a lot. I will hopefully get better at making these YouTube videos. Again, this is my first attempt. I hope you guys come back and join me. I will be making more videos as time goes on. So thanks for coming in and joining us.